Am I wrong for giving my dad a concussion and getting him arrested? Story time. So it all started when I was 7. A woman knocked on my front door. My parents weren't home, and not knowing what to do, I answered it. There was this random lady. I'm going to call this woman Amy. She goes from mad to confused to then screaming at me. Keep in mind, this woman looks like she's in her 30s, and I am very clearly a child. When she's finished going mad at me, I ask, "Who are you?" And she acts like this is her house and I've just broke into it. So I tried to close the door, but she sticks her foot in it, so I can't. And obviously can't do much because she's a bloody adult, I'm a literal child. Anyway, a random lady walks past and she looks like she is in her mid-20s or something like that. She comes over asking what's going on, but before I can say anything, Amy once again starts screaming that I broke into her house when I'm quite literally standing inside and she is in the porch. I look up at the woman and she recognises me from when I was 4 or something, asks me what happened, and this woman, Amy, slaps her hand onto my mouth and yells, "Don't listen to this brat." When I finally get her off me, with the help of the other woman, she distracts the lady and I have enough time to close the door. My parents then gave me an emergency number. However, it was on top of the fridge, so I couldn't see it. I went to get my dad's phone, but she had left me with, and I went to call the most recent person, which turned out to be my grandma. I tell her while I'm bawling my eyes out, and I honestly felt bad for my parents because they were booked out for a dinner that night on a date night. This is so fucking scary. Like, imagine just being a kid, like playing your Roblox, whatever the frick you do when you're a kid, and then a woman turning up, screaming at you, assaulting you. What? Also, as a parent, why are we not leaving emergency phone numbers in accessible places? When my grandma arrived, the woman had finally left, but my grandma came in, looked after me until my parents got back. My dad came home without my mum because apparently they had had a fight. This is just a turbulent night for all. Apparently they had had a fight, so she went back to her folks' house. And when my grandma left, my dad started screaming at me for disturbing my grandma, who lived about an hour away at the time, and it wasn't even a serious incident. But for me, a 7-year-old home alone, it quite frankly was. Fast forward to when I was 9, so we're 2 years later. The woman comes back when I'm at school, and when I got off the bus, oh my God, she's back. 2 years later, and the woman is back. So I get off the school bus, I go to my dad's room to show him this test that I had done. And when I open his door, I see women's underwear on the floor, and the entire bed is shaking. I say, "Hello?" And Amy pops her head out from the bed, recognises me instantly, and my dad told me to close my eyes. And when he got up, oh my God. Okay, well, the trigger warning, just skip forward a little bit here. Shit me, this is awful. My dad told me to close my eyes, and then he grabbed his belt and started smacking me with it from head to toe. He was screaming at me to get out. Here's the thing, Steve. Steve, why don't you stop shagging Amy? Remember that you're fucking married. Don't leave me alone. Tell Amy to stop assaulting me in my own doorway. And stop cheating on your fucking wife, Steve. And certainly stop smacking me with a belt, you prick. Jesus. Anyway, he and my mum never got back together after that, and he didn't let me see her because I liked my room at my dad's house, so he got full custody and he had full control. Yeah, dad sounds like an unkind person. Like a real prick, you know? A real arsehole. He always did stuff like this, so I put my test on the fridge and went to my room. I still thought this was normal as I'd grown up with it even before my parents separated. He did it when my mum wasn't home. Fuck this man so hard. 1 week after I caught them and my mum and dad split up, they announced the wedding. 3 weeks after they announced they were getting married, they were married. 2 months later, I found out that they were pregnant. Fast forward a few years later and I'm now 15. I finally have a phone after saving up for years, and my dad came to my room and started screaming at me for not picking up my little brother from school when I was sick and studying for a test. Plus, I didn't even have a driver's license. When I tell him, he goes absolutely ballistic. I couldn't leave the house, and because people would see my bruises. Oh, fuck me. God, he broke your nose. This is awful. Anyway, I start my final year of school and I get asked to prom by my boyfriend, and of course I say yes. But my little brother wanted to go to the prom so badly, but he wasn't even in secondary school yet. When I told my dad and now step Amy about it when I got home, my brother started bawling. This is the stepbrother, I'm assuming. Maybe? My brother started bawling. They started yelling about how could I do this to my little brother. Prom is his dream. Right, well, let's get him to fucking 16 years old then, and he can go to his own prom. And he'll finally realise that prom actually isn't that fun. God, I fucking hate my prom. He will have a prom one day. And when I finally stand up for myself saying I'd rather go with nobody than him, my dad and stepmom also started doing, oh God, this is awful. I'm just going to cut some of these triggering bits out because I don't want to upset anyone. But I'm so sad you went through all this. I managed to do a lot of sport clubs and stay away from the house a lot. And before they could do anything life-changing, I fought back. Yes! I pushed my stepmom and she went down. I started joking her face like and started joking her face, holding her face, like I punched her or something. And then my dad went absolutely mental, as normal. So I had a full-on scrap with him. He pulled my hair, I kneed him in his area, and then I remembered I did karate. So I pulled out a roundhouse kick in the side of the head, punched him in the face, and he immediately fell down unconscious. So I decided that I needed to call the police and an ambulance. The police got there first, and I had plenty of bruises from previous events all over me, and I basically was covered in marks. When they arrived and the ambulance arrived, they took my dad and stepmom. This story was also incredibly long, so I'll shorten it a bit. Eventually, I did press charges on them both and ended up winning $500K. They both got locked up. My brother went to, My brother went into care, and I went to my mum for the first time in about 7 years. They're still locked up. Me and my brother are happy and still in touch. Bye, Tatty. So I'm going to go ahead and say, no, you're not the arsehole. Well done for sticking up for yourself. I know that's incredibly hard, and I'm really, really sorry that you've had the childhood and experiences that you have had growing up, but you've shown incredible strength by sticking up for yourself. I maybe wouldn't advise to do that to everyone because it could go a completely different way. If you are in that similar situation, I'll leave some resources down below to help out. Please do speak up to the people around you that are people that can help and will help. You don't deserve to be brought up by these weird people. Your dad's a twat and deserved it 100%. And he got what he deserved. And make sure you use that money that you've won wisely. Buy a house, get on the property ladder, use it to get yourself some stability in your life. And maybe go to therapy.
Please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Whoa.